Hello and welcome to this week's angling vlog. This week you join me back out on the banks of the reservoir and we're in search of those quality roach. Before we do get into this week's video, I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone that left such nice comments on the recent video where we had that lovely pike on the lure. It was great in the comments to see that everyone got the video. There's times where you sit there, the float doesn't go under and you feel like it's not going your way. You keep on casting though and things can really change, and hopefully that video did show that. And if you are new around here, there is a brand new video on the channel every Friday at 6 PM, so hit that subscribe button down below, and if you do enjoy the video, please leave it a like. So back to today, you can see the seasons really are changing. There's the colour in the trees, there's a bit of a wind on the venue, and it's definitely got a different feel to last time we were here. Walking out to put them bank sticks in the reservoir, there is a nip in the water and you can feel it on your legs through the waders, but it's beautiful to be back on this lovely venue. So like the seasons are moving through, today is definitely moving through. I've dropped the kids off at school, done a few errands in the morning. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning now, so we've got a few hours just to fish, and hopefully we can get a few roach on the bank and have a good day's fishing. So we're out here on the water now and how beautiful it feels to be out. You can see a carp's just rolled right over the other side, but there has been one rolling just down here. There's a few bubbles out in front of me, and yeah, there's definitely one or two carp about. My thinking is if the carp are in this area, you can see out there's a bit of bubbling. If the carp are in this area, then the roach will be as well, and you can see one's just top there. So I'm hoping it's still warm enough for them to be in these shallower parts of the pool. There are one or two things I have done today that might be wrong. One is setting up where we set up, but I've seen fish top in this area. The other thing as well is with the setup and the bait really. So I'll look at the bait first. Kept it nice and simple. Got loads of corn and we've got loads of this beautiful Hinders Chinese hemp. And Chinese is an important word in that because there is different quality hemp, and that is beautiful hemp. That nice big kernels, it fires out nice and easy. It's going to be great for the river this year, that, on the ribble, most definitely. So we've got quality bait, but we haven't got maggots with us or anything like that. So if it is hard, yeah, we're going to be kind of stuck. We're going positive, go big, or go home, literally. At the setup, I've gone with my 17-foot carbon active rod. Really good rod, nice and control, and a beautiful rod for this reservoir, and it's done me proud. I am thinking about really picking up a new 17-foot rod. I've had this one loads of years now, and yeah, if you've got any recommendations, leave them in the comments down below. I'm starting off with a 6 gram Vizzy Wag, knowing how the reservoir can change. Nice and easy to cast. It's going to get me out there in the swim, and if we have got to search a bit further out to the extremity of where we can put bait, it's going to make life easy. And today is a day of work and it's all about easy, simple fishing, so yeah, we're going to keep it nice and simple. 2 number 8 Dinsmore weights just above the hook link, and again this is the other part that might be a bit of a risk. I've gone with a 6 pound hook link to a size 12 hook. Now they are the packets from Cordham, and what I've noticed on here is your 6 pound hook links will not get cut off by the swan muscles on the bottom. It just doesn't. 4 pound hook links, no matter what line you use, you get cut off. But it is getting colder, and I don't know whether, you know, having 6 pound line might be too heavy for this time of year, and that size 12 hook. We might need the finesse of the 4 pound, but we'll see how we'll go. We're going to start nice and positive and see how we do. There's plenty of bubbles out there, as you can see. There's plenty of them out there, and if they start getting closer, then we're going to have a bit of fun, aren't we? So feeding wise, I'm just going to go nice and easy with the bait to begin with. Like I said, the seasons are changing. You've got to put enough bait in to attract the fish in, but you never really know how it's going to fish. You can always put more in. So a single grain of corn on the hook. I'm just going to reel back into that patch of bait, and the first cast is always a magical one, isn't it? And see how we do. It's beautiful to be out on the reservoir again. Like I say, it will get too cold soon to do this. There's a bite straight away and we missed it, so that's a good sign. But like I say, it will get too cold soon to stand in the reservoir, and I do miss it then. But you can approach it on the feeder, and I'm sure we'll be up here doing that in the winter. And it is mad how you start to see fish topping in this area now, just that little bit of feed going in. There you go, there's the first bite of the day. Just that first bit of feed going in just changes how fish react, and you can see there's a lot more activity. Them bubbles are definitely getting closer already. But it's good to be into the first roach of the day. So the first bite of the day, nice and early on, and a great start. Exactly what we wanted, a good confidence boost, because we're using big baits and being a bit positive with our line as well. So it's good that, you know, if you can catch one, you can catch more. So feeding a bit more of that hemp. There is a lovely shadow in the swim, which is giving me a good marker, you know, for how far out I'm going. So I always kind of spread the bait over an area when it's roach. You don't really want them on a dinner plate. We've got obviously the reed beds either side to make sure we're going out far enough. And it's just a case of casting over the top, putting your finger on the spool as it's about to hit the water. You get the separation then of your floating the bait, and that shot will help with that. And there we go. Very strange then, we had a lift bite to begin with, and looks like a decent fish that actually, when it's topped. A really decent fish. If it's a roach, it's a decent one, most definitely. It's exactly what we've come for. Second cast, oh my god. Second cast, that's a beautiful roach, that. And that makes it all worthwhile. Getting out in the reservoir, getting your tactics right. What a fish. That's a clonking roach, that. And so I don't think it's £2, but he's definitely over £1. It's a lovely roach, that. And the second fish of the day, how can you not be made up with that? That is a clonking roach. And if there's one or two of them about, we could have a really good day. And it's important to get into a routine with this. You can see I'm nicely set up. I've got a rod rest behind me, got me Awsome dry pack here, which I can put all my bits and pieces in before one of my GoPro. The landing net, so I'm nice and comfy. The side tray and my bait waiter, all to hand. What it means is I can just put my rod down, feed before I cast in, so it's all nice and comfy. And there we go, there's Mr. Carp. So he's definitely, you know, if you look at the line that he's on, he's definitely in the area. So the ripples of Mr. Carp still rolling in. The third roach of the day. But yeah, hopefully them little hints about being nice and organised at the start. Take the time to set up properly, get comfortable. And yeah, makes life a lot easier. And it helps when you're straight into bite. Just keeping that bait going in. I say, just that noise sometimes, I think on places like this can attract fish in. You can see there, getting plenty of bites now, and looking like a decent day on the bank, and a good choice. We do live in an age where we've never had so much tackle to choose from, so many ways to catch fish, but sometimes it's just about stepping to the side, picking out the tactics that you want, and sometimes just keeping them simple. A float, 2 weights, a hook link, and getting your tactics right. You can have some amazing fishing by just keeping it simple. So one of the things you've got to do is keep that bait going in. It's going to keep that shoal in the area, but also keep attracting more fish in. There's a lot of mouths to feed, and you know, they can soon clear you out a shoal of roach, and especially if you get a tent show a carp move in. You see there, not long after we've fed, another bite, and plenty of fish already in the area, and I'd be happy if this just continued for the duration. So quality bait with the Chinese Hinders Hemp, using corn on the hook, and we're catching plenty of these quality roach now. The leaves on the water, that autumn feel in the air, and roach definitely are the species to go for. And the keys with it now are pretty much the same as stick float fishing on the ribble. You've got to remain disciplined. You know, keep your feed going in, don't get too carried away, feed to bite, and just keep being methodical and working through it. And you see there, just keep on the bites coming. You just got to keep disciplined. It's very easy to get carried away and start firing in pouches and pouches, but while you're getting bites, you're doing the right thing. Like I've said before, you know, the fish will always tell you if you're getting it right. And this is a place that I have been fishing for a number of years. It's got to be getting on for 15 years. Been coming up here for these quality roach. And one thing that does shock me is the lack of cormorants and how little impact they have had up here. You do see the odd one, but it's never really changed. It's always been quality roach. There's not many places for them to hide. Like, there's a bit of weed, and you'd think cormorants would have a field day on here, but they just don't seem to. And yeah, boy am I happy. So as you've seen now on that bit of B-roll, getting plenty of bites, and just nature around us, how beautiful it is. And it's amazing how, you know, in spring it feels like everything's coming awake, but you get the chills and the frosts now in autumn that also have the same type of freshness with it as well. And it's amazing how nature does that, and one of the reasons why I love fishing all year round. You know, it's, you see all the changes in nature, you enjoy all the types of fishing on offer, and I do love every season. One thing that I really have loved about the YouTube channel, as the channel's grown and more people have followed it, the people and the way people behave on the channel has never changed. They've always understood it's real fishing, and I'm just a normal guy out on the bank sharing his adventures, and you know, you've always understood that I also do need that time to just chill out, because that's what fishing is for everybody, isn't it? That relaxation, escapism at the end of the week. That's another lovely roach. Just going back. But yeah, thank you all for how great you are, and all those who support the channel. I really do appreciate all of you who take the time to subscribe, watch the videos, leave the comments. It really is appreciated. And yeah, thank you very much. And one of the signs of quality hemp is when you drop it in the edge, you can see the oil coming off that. And then I put my hands in the water, you can just see the oil coming off my hands as well. Great stuff, real good quality stuff. And yeah, the proof is definitely in the pudding with all the bites we've had today. So it's been a bit of a mixed hour or so. The swim did go really quiet, and my worst fears were realised when Mr. Carp shot off in that direction and straight into this reed bed. Yeah, they really will push these roach out if they come into the swim, and I've seen it before on here. But as soon as they go, the roach are back in, and we're into another one of these quality roach now. But the pain of losing a carp soon disappears with roach like that. That is an absolute stunning roach. And yeah, there's time and a place for Mr. Carp, isn't there? We can come up here and try for them maybe. I'm off work tomorrow. I'm sure pike will drag me tomorrow, or chub. But yeah, it's a lovely roach, that. And there's some real quality now arrived in the swim. Waiting a bit for bites at times, but I do think Mr. Carp is moving in and out, if I'm honest with you. Because normally on here, when you get them lined up, they're lined up. But what a backdrop that is. You could be anywhere in the world, couldn't you, with that backdrop. But we're very fortunate to live in the UK and to have beautiful scenery like that. A little bit of a breeze, which on the canal as a kid we used to love. And another one of them beautiful roach. And one thing you can't beat is that jagged fight of a roach. And it pounded on the rod tip. And it's been great fun today. It's coming up to about 3:30, 4 o'clock now, and standing in the reservoir is catching up with me. It's been a little bit cool on the feet now, and it's taken a while for it to happen. But yeah, it's been everything I've wanted this session to be. The session does come to an end there now, and as you can see on screen, we had a fantastic net of quality roach. So it really has been an enjoyable session on the bank today. A few hours on a day off work. You can see behind me there's 1 or 2 roach topping, and out there there's 1 or 2 carp most definitely we might have to come back for. But I really do hope you've enjoyed this week's blog. If you have, please leave it a like and subscribe down below. I'm off now to take my little lad to rugby training this evening, which I'm super looking forward to. And all that remains is for me to wish you all tight lines in your own fishing, and I'll catch you all next week. Tight lines.